Japan built a watchtower on Dokdo, at that time a part of Ulleungdo's administrative district. However, it was plotting to integrate Dokdo into the Japanese mainland since it had greater strategic value and was uninhabited, like Ulleungdo.
で、一番重要なことはやはり日露戦争を控えまして、日本海でならばロシアのウラジオストック艦隊、それからはるばる回ってきますバラチック艦隊、こういうものを監視するためにウルルンドだけじゃなくて、どうしてももう一つ先にある竹島が欲しかったんですね。
The problem was how to avoid international condemnation. Thus, the announcement of Dokdo as Japanese territory was made furtively through a surreptitious notice, not from the central Japanese government, but by the Shimane prefecture. In the early morning of May 28, 1905, the Japanese won a decisive victory against Russia's Baltic Fleet, which had been steaming across the globe for 7 months. However, this victory also marked the fall of Korea and the rise of Japanese imperialism. Dokdo was the first slice cut from Korea. Within a few years, all of Korea fell under a near 40-year period of painful colonial rule by Japan.
It was part of the aggressive military activity that Japan was involved in attempting to and successfully taking over Korea. Now, the world has condemned that. The Japanese themselves have acknowledged that the annexation was improper. And so the claim to Dokdo is part and parcel of the claim to Korea itself. So if the annexation of Korea was improper, the annexation of Dokdo is similarly improper.
Present-day Japan. In response to an inquiry from the Diet, the Japanese cabinet reaffirmed the position on Dokdo, saying that Japan had secured sovereignty over Dokdo in the mid-17th century and effectively ruled the territory, as stated in the Shimane Prefecture Notice of 1905. Disregarding the fact that Shimane Prefecture Notice marked the start of Japan's occupation of Korea, Japan is making the same move over again after 100 years. Japan constantly claims its sovereignty over Dokdo using the Shimane Prefecture Notice as evidence. Is this announcement legitimate? Consider the Japanese cabinet's conclusion from January 1905, the basis of the Shimane Prefecture announcement. This document declares that Dokdo is an uninhabited land, and Japan therefore claims the title to the island. However, Japan was well aware that this land already had a rightful owner.
In 1905, Dokdo was not terra nullius because Koreans and the government of Korea had been active there. I suppose the most significant thing was the emperor's proclamation in 1900.
As illegal immigration of Japanese people to Ulleungdo became a frequent problem in 1900, Emperor Gojong issued an ordinance to strengthen administrative control over Ulleungdo. This is Imperial Ordinance number 41. It clearly states that Emperor Gojong has ordered that Ulleunggun governor will have jurisdiction over Ulleungdo, Jukdo, and Dokdo. Dokdo is marked as Korean territory on numerous national maps made in the 15th century. Japan claims it has the rights over Dokdo since the mid-17th century, but facts prove the opposite. There was an important incident that further strengthens Korea's position. In 1693, a Korean fisherman named An Hyong-bok went to Japan and filed a complaint over the fact that Japanese fishermen illegally crossed into Ulleungdo and Dokdo to catch fish. After recording the complaint, the Japanese government punished the fishermen involved and banned Japanese fishermen from crossing into the waters of Ulleungdo and Dokdo. This Tokugawa shogunate document of Japan is a clear historic record that Japan has recognized Korea's sovereignty over Dokdo. The fact that Dokdo is Korean territory can also be confirmed through old Japanese maps. This is a famous map of Japan drawn by practical scientist Hayashi. Next, Ulleungdo and Dokdo, both shown in the same color as the Korean peninsula. Korean territory is clearly marked. The Japanese Foreign Ministry homepage claims that Korea is illegally occupying Dokdo. Previously, as evidence that Dokdo is Japanese territory, an old map of Japan was posted on the site. Then, how did the Japanese present Dokdo on this map? This is the very map that the Japanese were presenting as evidence. This map, drawn up in 1779, clearly shows Ulleungdo and Dokdo, but they are marked as Korean territory even on this map. Unlike Japanese territory, which is colored in, Ulleungdo and Dokdo, like the other parts of Korea, are only sketched in with outlines of longitude or latitude.